Welcome back. Jeremy Franks here this morning, coming to you from our My Pro Golfer studio here at James River Country Club. We are looking at impact today, the third piece of the four things that you need to do well to play like a tour player. We're just going to make things simple. One of our goals here at the My Pro Golfer community is to make instruction simple. So we're going to talk a little bit about the last two lessons and what we need to do to get you ready to prepare yourself for impact and ultimately a really simple but repeatable golf swing. So first off, let's just backtrack. If you haven't seen lesson 1 and 2, I encourage you to go back and check it out. Number 1 was just simply talking about getting set up, the nice relaxed balanced finish. If you don't look like this when you're getting ready to set up, or some piece or idea of this, go back and check lesson 1 out before you start on lesson 3. And then lesson number 2 is the turn. So once we get set up, we want to make sure that our bodies can get fully rotated. We can see a little bit of our back there in the camera or in the mirror. So we're going to make sure we get our rotation here. Once we've got ourselves set that way, then we can really start to make impact happen. The biggest problem I see with golf nowadays when I teach new people is that they do not get themselves prepared for hitting a solid shot. So make sure you go in sequence of getting the setup right first, working on the turn, and then today we're going to be talking about impact. So let's just get into impact. Once you get yourself settled and everything is relaxed and comfortable and you've created your turn, let's talk a little bit about what starts the downswing in order to get yourself into a great impact position. So watch my body, I'm turned fully. My first move is going to be to take your lead hip and just start to push it back away from your target line. So if you turn that left hip back and away, you'll see how my hands are naturally coming down. My arms are not really doing anything, they're just really relaxed. As I turn my hip out of the way, my body rotates, it brings the club down, and now I've got my club right on line, swinging down my target line. And a really good goal is to try to, once that body rotates out, just allow the hands to fall down and let the club get on top of that golf ball. And we're just going to let that position get right there. Some just real simple little drills just to get yourself to feel that position. Get set up on that golf ball, and then just turn the hip out of the way. You're going to feel like the hip moves to your left heel if you're right-handed, and you're going to let that right knee start to move towards your left knee. And then as you get there, just sort of push a little bit on the ground just to get your body used to it. We don't see a lot of tour players moving up and their heads moving up at impact. Their impact position is soft hands forward, leaning the shaft, turning the hips out of the way, and that allows us to create that brush feel that we want so much. So let's look at that down the line. What does that look like? We're going to get set up in our soft, relaxed position. We've already made our turn. We're just turning the hip out of the way so you can start seeing the left hip out in the camera there. And then we're just allow the club to come down through the shot, and we're going to feel the brush of the shot and create that impact position that everybody desires. It's imperative that you make the sequence happen. You cannot do this well without the proper turn and the proper setup. So make sure that you check those processes out before you get there. If you've got any questions or comments or things that you want to see, please put them below. I'll try to get to as many comments as I can. I hope this impact video and drill will be helpful to you, and that you will be encouraged to get to the last bit of the 4-part series that we're doing at My Pro Golfer Communities, and that you play great golf this coming year. Love to have you there. Please, if you haven't already done it, please subscribe to the channel and like us today if you liked what you saw. Have a great rest of the day and play some better golf. Thanks.